Hey guys, it's day 53 on the PCT. We're in Bishop, California, taking a 0 day.
Yeah, we are at mile 790 on the trail. We just had our first week in the Sierra Mountains. It was incredible. Now we're just taking a much needed day off. So the last time that we updated you guys, we were on top of Mount Baden Powell, and a lot has happened since then. So we're just gonna try to sum it all up for you.
We hiked through the Angeles Forest, which was so beautiful and really cool since we've been there so many times before, since we live so close in LA. And it was really fun being in familiar territory.
And then on my 29th birthday and also the 29th day on trail, we hiked 29 miles to celebrate, which was the most we'd ever done before. It was a lot of fun. We also got some really amazing trail magic, so it was a great day.
Then we went into the town of Acton, where we met up with our friend Jordan, who drove in from LA, and it was so much fun catching up with him.
The next day we did sort of a Nero through Aguadulce, where we had breakfast and lunch and packed out burritos for dinner. We hiked with a bunch of our friends that day, and we saw the best sunset on trail so far.
The next couple days we hiked through a really exposed section during a heat wave, so it was super hot, and we had long water carries, so our packs were super heavy. So that was kind of a rough section of the trail, but we got through it fine.
And then we came to the LA Aqueduct section, which is a famously hot and exposed part of the Mojave Desert floor. It was over 100 degrees that day, so we decided to hike it at night. We left at 5 p.m. from Hiker Town with a whole bunch of friends, and we hiked until 5 a.m., doing 35 miles that day.
So on very little sleep, we hiked through the wind farms for like a day and a half until we got into the town of Tahachapi, where we took a really well-needed 0. It was so nice hanging out with our friends by the pool and just relaxing after some crazy sections through the desert.
Then we left Tahachapi with 6 days worth of food, and we hiked through another really hot and exposed section. There were almost no natural water sources, so we had to rely on a bunch of water caches that were maintained by trail angels. It was another pretty brutal section, but we came across 2 key trail magics that just really lifted our spirits and helped get us through that tough section.
Then we hiked out of the desert to Kennedy Meadows, where we took a double 0 day. It's the official start of the Sierras, which is really cool. When anyone comes up to the hostel, we all clap for everyone. So it was really fun hanging out there. We had a movie night every night. It was really a great place to relax before entering the Sierras.
From there, we climbed up into the Sierra Mountains. It got much colder, and we were definitely out of the desert with all the rivers and waterfalls. It's just been so beautiful being there. We spent our first night at an alpine lake, Chicken Spring Lake, which was incredibly beautiful. We've just been loving it up here.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of marmots these past few days, which has been so cute and so awesome.
Then we woke up at 1 in the morning to go summit Mount Whitney for sunrise. It was so beautiful and just a really epic climb. There wasn't too much snow on the top, so it wasn't too hard. It was great to have perfect weather this time, and we had an incredible sunrise up there and a nice hike down. Then we took a nap in our tent before we hiked another couple miles to Bighorn Plateau, which is one of the coolest campsites that we've been at yet. Such amazing views up there.
Then the next day we hiked over Forester Pass, the highest point on the PCT. Maybe my favorite pass. It was so beautiful up there, and the snow on the other side was a little sketchy, but totally doable, so we had fun glissading down.
After we came down from Forester, we actually hiked out on the Blue Blaze over Kearsarge Pass Trail. That was a big day. We did over 21 miles in 2 huge passes. We camped on the other side of the pass 2 nights ago, and then we came into town of Bishop just yesterday.
So yeah, that's where we're at now. We're feeling really great mentally and physically. Through hiking is feeling a lot more normal. The routine of it is very familiar, and I'm liking it a lot. I can't say for sure, but I might like the PCT more than the AT.
Yeah, it's been feeling a lot better just to be kind of in the thru hiker mind space. Like, it's been feeling pretty effortless and just like normal life in a way. But we have that like renewed enthusiasm because we're in the Sierras now. I feel like we were getting a little burnt out towards the end of the desert, but now everything is new and fresh again, and we're just like so excited. It's also really great to be in familiar territory, like having done the JMT last year. We have all these places that we loved on the JMT that we're really looking forward to get to again, and it's exciting to just know the trail ahead and what we have in store for us. We also, having done kind of the tricky resupply of the remote sections of the Sierras before, we just feel a lot more prepared and ready to just really tackle the Sierras and do it right.
Yeah, it really feels like we flipped a chapter from going to the desert now into the Sierras, and we do definitely have that new excitement for the trail.
So physically, we've been feeling really strong. I think that we can safe to say that we have our trail legs now. We've been able to do 25-mile days without too much effort, being able to take a bunch of breaks during the day still, which just feels really good. So as exciting as it is to be in the Sierras, there's definitely some challenges that come with it. Being at the high elevation is definitely difficult to breathe and stuff. It's going to be some really cold nights, getting below freezing. We also could be exposed to thunderstorms and rainstorms up there.
Now we have a lot of river crossings that we have to cross over, which can be difficult.
Yep, as well as a lot of big snow patches up on the top of the passes. So we're going to have a lot of challenges in this section, but having done the JMT before and a lot of snow hiking, I think we're feeling very confident and up to the task, and we're just excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
And now that we're in the Sierras, we had to swap out some of our gear. We sent home our Ursacks and got our bear cans, so that's a little bit more tricky to make sure we have everything that can fit in there. The bear cans are definitely not as comfortable in the pack, but they're required, so we got to work with it.
We also had our double wide inflatable sleeping pad. One of the baffles ripped in it when we were in Tahachapi, so I had to go to Walmart and buy some like cheapo inflatable pad, and we cut the double pad in half, so she's just using the cut half of it. So we've had some issues with our gear a little bit that we've been just having to fix on the fly. We're gonna get a new double pad sent to us because it was under warranty, but for now we're kind of rocking a little bit of a weird sleep setup. But it's been working for us, but I'm hoping that it holds up on the cold nights up there in the Sierra.
We're on our third pair of shoes, which honestly feels so much better. Our feet were kind of hurting us as we were getting into Kennedy Meadows, but we got our new shoes and are feeling so much better.
So yeah, that's what we've been up to lately. We're gonna have another couple weeks here in the Sierras, which we're really looking forward to. Thanks so much for following along and watching these videos. Hopefully we'll make another update once we get through the end of the Sierras. But for the next couple weeks, we're just gonna be having the time of our lives up here.
So now we're gonna go enjoy the rest of our 0 day. We have some editing we gotta do. We still have to resupply, and we wanna relax. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time.